Well, good morning, everyone. It's really great to be back with you. Uh, I have not very much voice still after being sick for several days with respiratory infection, but it's good to be back. I can tell you that. Been no fun whatsoever. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma, and this is what I call my morning musings. This is about the highest level I can get my voice without going into coughing spasms. I want to remind everyone that September the 11th and the 12th, I will be in Salt Lake City with Sean McCraney, who produces the program, The Heart of the Matter. You know, I've been hearing from some folks who watch his program, have seen the announcement that I'm going to be there and have been in contact. Really appreciate that. I'm just so excited about being in Salt Lake City. And if you can come and be with us, go to my website, find the announcement there, go to Sean McCraney's Heart of the Matter, and get the instructions that are there. So come and be with us in Salt Lake City, September the 11th and the 12th of 2015. My topic and my theme will be, are we in the last days? You know what? Folks, if you and I are not living in the last days, if the last days that are mentioned in the Bible are not a reference to the last days of time, if there's not a reference to the Christian age, if the last days, in fact, refer to the last generation of Old Covenant Israel, then guess what? All futurist eschatology is proven wrong. That's how powerful and how important this topic is. So come be with us. Well, I want to share with you just a few thoughts. One of the shortest little parables of Jesus. It's not introduced with a statement that says he taught a parable, but it most assuredly is a parable. It is in Luke chapter 12, as Jesus is speaking to a multitude, and he says, whenever you see a cloud rising out of the west, immediately you say, a shower is coming, and so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, there will be hot weather, and there it is. Hypocrites! You can discern the face of the sky and the earth, but how is it you do not discern this time? Unquote. It's important to see how emphatic the language here is when Jesus says you do not discern this time. It is literally this time. He uses the word kairos instead of chronos. Kairos is appointed, designated time. It is a word that is used for God's appointed time. Now, look carefully at what Jesus is doing here. Jesus has been performing miracles. John the Baptizer has appeared and has been identified by Jesus as Elijah. The things that are taking place from John and in Jesus' ministry should have told that first century audience that they were living in an incredible time. Just as Jesus himself said in Matthew 13, verse 17, many prophets and wise men have desired to see the things which you see and did not see them, to hear the things that you hear and have not heard them. Now listen to me. We're living in a time in which we're being told that the end of the world or the rapture or whatever is going to happen no later than September the 15th, 2015. John Hagee told us so confidently about the 4 blood moons. Well, the 3 blood moons have come and gone with nothing happening. John Hagee's prediction that a world-shattering event, and by the way, in one of his lessons, he mentioned Gog and Magog. He mentioned the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. He quoted Joel chapter 2, 28 and following. And he assured us that this earth-shattering event or events was without a doubt going to happen before September the 15th. Well, here it is, September the 1st, folks. 3 of the blood moons are past. Nothing has happened. Now, I want you to compare. Jesus talked to his audience 2,000 years ago and said they should have been able, because of the signs that were around them everywhere, to discern what time it was. This time. Now look, folks, if the signs of the kingdom, if the signs of the end were present in the first century, 2,000 years ago, and if Jesus castigated his audience for their failure to see what time it was 2,000 years ago, then John Hagee and everyone on YouTube and Facebook who are proclaiming that the signs are around us today, 2,000 years later, it means those people are absolutely flat, dead wrong. The fact that the signs were present in the first century, the fact that Jesus castigated the first century audience for not knowing what time it was 2,000 years ago, tells us that all of the modern prognostications about the signs of the end and the end being near in September 2015 are flat, dead wrong. Listen, you need to get a copy of the book, Jesus v. Jerusalem by Joel McDermott. All right? Joel does a great job in his discussion of the parables as Jesus' lawsuit against Jerusalem. Now, his teaching on the supposed end of time is the same failure of the first century teachers. It's just like eating fish. You got to throw out the bones as with any other book, okay? But his discussion of the parables themselves is really, truly excellent. Go to my website, eschatology.org or bibleprophecy.com, order the book, send me a note, and say that you saw the offer on YouTube or Facebook, and I'll refund the shipping, okay? That'll save you $5. Thank you so much for joining me for this morning's Morning Musings. I appreciate it so very, very much. Come be with me in Salt Lake City, and we'll see you on the flip side.